I do believe we are live.
Well, hey, just in time for the opening poll of Bærum frisbeeklubb against Nhhi. So the Norwegian business school
located in Berge.
In Berge, yeah.
Western coast.
Yeah.
Coming here to Oslo to play the championships.
Two completely new teams for NM. First appearance in NM for both. Very exciting. Bærum kicking it off with a hold on offense. Spin Lindholm scoring there. And he is the chief attending physician. So on this team where the average age is 50, then yeah, I guess sometimes you need a physician just
as close as possible.
On call, yeah. Not even on call, on site.
On site. And how do we feel about the shorts here? This time we got some colorful ones going on, but
I'm a big fan.
Most black and gray.
Yes, big fan of number 1 on NHHI's. His shorts, very colorful.
And a turn. Eskil Elnes picking it up, throwing a hammer into the end zone. Again, point for number 12, Espen Lindholm. He is not healing people now. Now he is healing team spirit and scores.
Yes.
A 2-point lead quite early on.
Yeah. Bærum bring a pretty big roster, and NHHI definitely not a very big roster. It's like 7 against 12, I think. So maybe a good idea for Bærum to do lots of subs often and completely outrun NHHI by the end of the game. Which you wouldn't have thought, where the average age is 50, but that's the strategy to use.
But I do think we have an NHH with quite fit players, but that we will see at the end of this game. Going for it. Colorful shorts, get it. That's a point. That is Baptiste Le Égérin.
Nice, nice.
Un homme de la France.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
On veut faire un peu de commenting en français. Et on espère que tout le monde qui parle du français aime bien cet commentaire. Et s'il vous plaît, faites-vous plaisir. Switching back to English, I believe.
Very impressive. No, appealing to our international audience, which we definitely have with us here.
A bit commentating on French and on Facebook and everything. Then we'll do a bit more French commentating.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Please let us know.
Yeah, if you are watching, get in touch with us on the Facebook is probably, or text, whatever is the easiest, and we will shout you out and.
Maybe talk your language.
Maybe talk your language. Say whatever joke you feel like we should say. And we'll continue with the good spirit of the first person to claim 10 kroner will get it.
We got some long passes here, but a bit poor communication. But they are smiling and dealing with it. Going for next points.
Seems like a group of guys who are just having a ton of fun. Probably 25 years ago that pass would have gone. Not in 2018. Because
Ultimate Frisbee has improved quite a lot here in Norway.
It has.
We're a growing sport.
Yeah.
More people, better people, young and old. Norwegian and international. Third point for Espen Lindholm.
Bærum making it look way easy.
Alright, then we already got a 3-1 lead for Bærum against NHHI.
So Daniel, if Daniel El Chapo is still watching, then we can say first person and second joining soul or whichever you prefer is the most correct Spanish.
Entonces queremos un poco de comentar en español. Agradecer a Adrián por habernos visto y por compartir con nosotros.
You're much faster in Spanish than I am.
All right, NHH moving up the fields. Going for it. All the way down to Oslo Centrum. Stopping just in time for the wall. Thank God.
Yeah. Missed his bus, so we had to walk back a couple stops.
And a point again. Bærum is playing well.
They are. Looking very synchronized. Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
A couple of missed passes, but few, not too many.
Mm-hmm. And that was Klaus Fibiger, who should get a haircut. That's from your family and friends. Please, please, dear God, get a haircut.
You can, for example, go to cutters. There are many options in Oslo. Some you only need 15 minutes apparently, but
the line is 30 minutes long. So
it's don't do it between games.
Bærum playing a pretty for the first few passes they're playing pretty loose on the person that they're marking, but then now we see them really tightening it up, playing very, very close indeed.
Oh, that's a catch, and that's a hammer, and that's a point for Baptiste Le Egerin.
That was a fantastic defensive effort. Almost got a block.
But NHH played it through. That was a good point.
Yep.
Both teams. And now Anja is on the team number 10. Has she been on earlier this game?
I think she might have played 1 point already.
She's on again, together with the other NHHI players.
Yeah. She has a tough task of covering some guy on the other team.
Likely slightly above 50 and slightly tall. There we got Anja against Klaus Fibiger. Klaus passing it to Espen.
And I would credit that defense to Arya, actually. She had a remarkably strong force on Klaus. Maybe a bit stressed with the disc and an unlucky drop, but yeah, good pressure from Arya. Let's see if Osai can capitalize on this. Bring the score in a bit closer. That's not how you would do that.
Unfortunate. They probably didn't have a great plan.
Butterfingers.
Butterfingers. Dos manos.
Smørgrøt. He's been eating smørgrøt.
Been eating smørgrøt. Never eat smørgrøt before games.
Oh, that would be possibly the worst thing to eat.
Smørgrøt is butter porridge.
Yeah.
Very buttery and porridge. For our international
So it's butter
viewers.
and porridge?
It is.
Imagine if you had to eat it with your fingers and then play Ultimate.
Imagine. One should have such a concept. Ooh. That would make for a fun game.
Oh, yeah. Spicy
That was
passes.
an efficient pass. And a bit of contact, but we are doing all right.
I think it's more the desk job that he's had for 30 years than it is the contact on that play.
Yes. For all those with desk jobs, just like myself, it's important to stretch and to take your moment to get up every once in a while.
Yeah.
Do you also have a desk job usually?
I do. I do for the most part. Yeah.
It's actually important to be doing sports, being active, and
yes, sir.
To spend time with other people than colleagues, playing Ultimate, for example. Ooh, that's a call.
So it's still a bit cold, but there's also a bit more contact than we're used to playing with here. But that's how it was back 25 years ago. Oh, violation. They started playing a bit too early there. So the disc will go back, and it should be checked in with the same stall count as when the pick occurred, and then we are ready to play.
Passing it to number 3.
I think we'll say that's Joel. Right?
I agree.
That's a sweet look and a great pass.
Makes it look very easy here. Catch by Tom Basta, aka Forrest Gump. But we do not quite know why. We will have to ask during the next break.
If you had to make a story for him, to have eventually him end up with the nickname of Forrest Gump, what?
I do believe we were
How would it
running
start?
for the... He was getting back from walking out his front door, knowing, gosh, the bus is there, it's going. He starts running. Eventually his things around his legs is falling apart, and he catches the bus and he goes to ultimate practice.
Without his legs falling apart.
Without his legs falling apart, and him joining this amazing Norwegian championship in ultimate.
Yes, very well organized. Thank you very much, Pancake, for being the technical arranger here.
And we are located in Lørenskog, which is just half an hour outside of Oslo.
Yep.
Some might call it part of Oslo if you're from very far away.
Yeah, and you really desperately want to be part of the city.
Yes. But we does have to take another colored bus to get here than the usual ones in the city, so you might call
green
it
bus
the green bus.
Then you know you're not in Oslo anymore.
Yes.
Again, a really strong force from where I am. Super impressed.
That's a quick throw.
Pretty sweet.
That's a point for Stig Sødland, the junior on the team, 45 years young.
Oh yeah. Not as many gray hairs as the rest of the guys.
Not as many.
And still more hairs than the rest of the guys on his head.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
He's got the thickest head of hair still.
Because we do seem that in Ultimate there tends to be one player with a long hair on each team, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure if these teams here follow the trend.
Well, Klaus,
Close.
the should get a haircut guy.
That's true. And is this guy? Might this be the closest one on NHHI, the one who unfortunately dropped it here and will now be marking?
Yes, I think yeah. Because we can't count Arya, right?
No, I don't think so.
Bærum, frisbeeklubb, making it look easy.
Leading 8-2, and we are just barely halfway.
Yeah.
Might we reach point cap?
We might reach point cap. That is 13 points. Bærum is really capitalizing on the fact that all of them can throw extremely well. They probably, they've played Ultimate for many, many years, and
Also in the last millennia.
yeah, true. And they probably play disc golf, I would guess a lot of them play. So their throwing technical skills are very high.
Unfortunate drop here from NHHI.
Here we have long-haired Klaus with the hammer straight to the
Intercepted.
other team. Oh, is that the hamstring?
Oh no. Ooh.
That is not the man who was suspected to pull his hamstring first.
Oof, that is unfortunate. He is stepping off the field. Injury call.
That's one. That's why they've got a deep roster.
We got backups, we got people who can fill in, and we continue the game while people attend Mr. Smith. Evan Smith.
Oh, actually.
Yes, I think I do. He's
Generic
number
name.
5. No,
Good,
real name.
Good call.
A good jumping catch here from number 6. Passing it to Le Egerin. In the end zone. And was that...
Foul, no foul?
It could be a game show, but it isn't. Foul or no foul is a question every Ultimate player is facing in almost every moment.
Certainly. And it did look like he got piggybacked a bit, so he was not at all able to jump. And that's a foul, and it's uncontested. So the disc goes back, and it's still 0.
Piggyback is a lot of fun, but maybe not on the Ultimate field. Is that a scooper? That's a point. A bit of celebration going here.
Stoked. Count it. Let's get the stats going.
And we got 8-3. Johannes Solberg getting the point.
Yeah. So just like NHHI's cheer, cash is king. And
I do believe it's a reference to their school, which is quite financially and economically oriented, in which many people aspire to work in high-paying jobs. But on the Ultimate field, everyone plays, everyone is equal.
earn many cashes.
And here, more than cash, it's a matter of catch.
Oh, yeah. That should be their new tier, I think. Catch is king.
Catch is king.
Because that is how they've turned the disc over a lot. It's not catching. Because the throw is there.
Maybe a bit more practice on the catch.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Could be.
And
yeah, Bærum showing it how it's done. Catching the whole way through, all the way to the end zone. Klaus putting another one on board, making it 9-3, 17 minutes played. This is looking bleak.
Do I have the current statistical analysis of the chances of NHHI getting back? Are we getting back to 5% chances, or is that too high? Look at this.
Maybe a 2% chance.
A 2% chance.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I do believe we have some guys doing numbers, so we'll pass it over to them.
Yeah, we'll crunch the numbers.
We'll get back to you in 30 seconds. Meanwhile, Bærum playing it upfield, a bit downfield, and up. Going for the point. That is a... Is that a point? It is called in by Baptiste.
No, that's out. Yeah, that's gonna be out.
But it goes out.
For show. There's a man open deep. Joel, run! Oh, too late. Oh Lord!
Ooh, that's a lot of action going here.
Interesting.
Let's hope they are doing well.
Tabletopping your own team during the game.
As I mentioned, piggyback might be a team building sport, but not on the field.
Yeah.
But I do believe that the number crunchers get back to us, and I think we got a 2% chance. 2 to 3. All right, we're hoping the player here will be all right, just like the Bærum player who left earlier.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we've got Bærum with the disc.
Yeah, it's really hard to say what NHHI should be doing here to get the turnovers. Up calls there would be quite helpful. I think Mr. Joel would have been able to get that defense if his team had called up.
Because he was facing a difficult situation, because he was looking at this guy back towards the disc, and ideally you would like to face the disc and the guy.
Yeah.
But he had a challenging situation there.
Because you only have one face.
You only have one face? and 2 eyes. And for us, we humans are hunters, so we don't have eyes on our sides that can view 360, but we look forward only.
Yeah.
So
because we don't get hunted, so we don't need to see like behind us, kind of.
Exactly.
Ah.
Not a biologist, but I do believe I've watched some nature programs.
Yeah. We're also probably, I'm gonna totally say this with no factual evidence, one of the few animals that can have like a swivel head, right? Our neck can actually swivel quite a lot, like almost 180 degrees. Whereas, let's say a bison, not so much.
Not so much.
Yes, more shoulder action. Fish also, definitely no neck.
Definitely no neck. But Bærum has got neck.
They do have necks.
They have necks, and they got another point by Einar Rystad, a founder of Bfk back in 1982. And that, our friends, was in the 80s.
That is.
Before these commentators were born.
Almost 10 years before.
Almost 10 years before. Impressive. Long careers. We hope that we will also be having long careers.
Certainly.
And be talked about in a similar manner.
I hope to not have a 25-year break, though. Right?
Agreed. It's important to keep active throughout life.
Marc-Antoine with the ghost hands.
Are we in the situation where we have 2 French players on Nhhi? We might. One of them now, Baptiste Le Egerin, applauding the Bærum player with the 12th point, their 12th point of the game. Captain, in fact, Eskil Elnes, number 10.
He's the captain for life.
He was the captain then and the captain now.
So 12-3, 22 minutes played. This could be game ending if Bærum gets the break.
I would say that the chances of getting 8 points within 2.5 minutes are rather small.
Yes.
We're
down to 0.2% chance.
0 point something. But it's important to play till the end.
Hey, that's almost one way to do it.
It's always good sports to play all the way to the end, and also point differences might matter. We got number 7 on number 7 here, both going for the disc. Both holding the disc. Alright, they agreed on whose disc it really was.
Possibly the latest foul call in history. That's okay though.
We got the call on the field, foul by defense.
No, just kidding. Retracted.
Alright.
No, accepted. Hand signals, people. It's very, very helpful.
Alright. Let's see, what do we think they're talking about? Alright.
Foul called, contested, disc will go back to the stall count that it was.
Good communication there from Thomas Thunberg. Disc going back to Baptiste Le Egerin, whose name I love to pronounce.
Yeah, I love it.
I wonder if it's correct.
I want to hear Marc-Antoine.
We don't exactly know who it is, but we also got Marc-Antoine Huard. Is it?
Huard?
Huard.
Really?
I do believe. I am 70% sure. We got a call here. That's a call.
Another foul call, contested as well.
We got some energy going here. It is an intense game.
Yeah.
It is not very tight, but intense.
Even though the score is 12-3 and we shouldn't say that the game is over. Well, actually it is. But we still have to play by the rules, right?
And Anya here covering. Marking. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Trick catch, freestyle.
Is that the final note? That's a bad throw.
To the ground.
He threw it to the ground. That's not where it should go. the chances of NHH getting 7.8 points in 1 point are small.
It's literally not possible.
And people are informed that they have a last point to play.
You have to finish the point. It's in the rules.
And we believe we have Marc-Antoine Huard, or Huard, on the disc.
On le disque.
On le disque.
Here we go, Arya. Get one more block.
Arya is on the disc. Waving the arms, trying to prevent a throw. Is that the final throw? It is. It is game.
Game 13-3. Bærum frisbeeklubb takes home the victory.
Takes home the victory.
Alrighty. That'll do it for us. Next game we have, looks like Pancake against BSI. It looks like. So, yeah, great game that as well. So, stay tuned.
Når var neste kamp? Var det 15:35?
15:35.
Er det 2 kamper med oss?
Ja.
Hvem skal kommentere Pancake?
Are we off? Steinar? Er vi muta?
Steinar, are we off?